And what you can see here is that we send them an email, and then if they click the button on that email, hey team, and welcome to this video on how to use your lead list. So this is for those of you who either own, run, or do marketing in-house for a restaurant or a venue, or those of you that are doing some sort of restaurant marketing business where that might be like SMMA, or maybe you don't necessarily use social media to gather these leads. Maybe you use some other form, Wi-Fi or online ordering. How do you use those leads in the most effective way possible? In this video, what I'm going to do is firstly, I'm going to break down some principles. And I know that no one really wants to listen to principles, but these are what we actually have learned over the past 6 years of doing this. So the principles are the main thing here, so please don't skip over them because that's what I've probably thought hardest about here. Secondly, I'll run through examples of using those principles for different types of databases, so like SMS databases, email databases, and how to use the principles for different types of databases. And finally, what I will do is I will dive into the computer and I will use certain types of software that we use to build them out. And if I come across any templates and stuff, I will put them in the description of this video below so that you can just copy and paste them. But again, the most important thing here that I want to emphasize is the principles. And there are 2 principles which you need to be looking at when it comes to building out these campaigns. The first one is, does this build or degrade the goodwill of the business? So does this build up the positive sentiment of the business in the local market, or does it take away? So a classic example of building up would be adding value through your content or whatever you're sending out, and the other way to clearly degrade would be to asking for people to buy stuff. So those are kind of the 2 different ways that you can either build or degrade goodwill. And the first principle is that we must build goodwill. The second principle is you must be able to do it consistently. And this is probably the biggest pitfall when it comes to using databases, is that they can't, or we can't, or whomever, do it consistently. And that's probably, when we deliver this for clients, that's one of the issues that we run into, is depending on how much workload you take on. If it's, we're going to send out a monthly newsletter about this, after 6 months, it's really hard to keep going if there's heaps of communication, it takes a lot of work, all this stuff. So when you set out and build out these campaigns, I would say you need to be doing them for at least 2 years. What's something we can do for 2 years consistently in order to make this work? So if it's something that takes too much work, it's often not going to be able to be delivered on consistently, and hence will fail on that second principle. So again, the first principle is this something that builds goodwill? And the easiest way to build goodwill is to give value. And as a restaurant, the easiest way to give value is to give away stuff, okay? And when you're giving away stuff, don't give away stuff that degrades the value of the products. So for example, if you do a $50 food and beverage voucher, that doesn't degrade the value of the products, because we're not saying, hey, our food is now so crap that we're giving it away for free. We're saying a select person gets $50 worth of food for free, okay? So those are sort of the different things there. So if you're doing everything's 20% off, then now everything seems 20% cheaper, rather than giving someone a voucher for 20% off, okay? So there's little nuances when it comes to adding value, where you can add value without degrading the value of the products. And when it comes to consistency, ideally it's high quantity and consistent, like doing something weekly consistently or monthly consistently, but it's better to do something every quarter consistently than it is to do something every month for 3 months and then stop doing it for the rest of the year, okay? So those are a few things there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into some examples which will follow the 2 principles above, but also illustrate what I mean by those 2 principles. So the first example is, I've put in here, first 10 replies get free X. So think about the local fried chicken shop that's just opened up, and let's say it's a fried chicken sandwich shop that does fried chicken sandwiches and coffee, and it's pretty new and young, and that's the vibe they're going with. I mean, now imagine they started building an SMS database. So they started getting everyone's phone numbers through online ordering or through joining the Wi-Fi or through whatever method they were using. It could be using our coupon product that I will show you in another video, link there below somewhere. So imagine you've got a whole bunch of phone numbers, and each Monday you text everyone and say, hey chicken family, first 10 replies saying haha or whatever, get a free chicken sandwich. Let's say you do that every single week for 2 years, okay? So a few things will happen. Number one, no one's going to want to leave that database because everyone's got a shot at a free chicken sandwich every week. So that's the first thing. So it's going to increase the value. It's going to increase goodwill. It's easy to do consistently because you can send out the same message every week. Maybe you want to tweak the wording, just make sure it's on brand and everything, but it's easy to do consistently. It doesn't degrade the value of the products because you're not saying, hey, our chicken sandwiches are so bad, we're giving them away for free. You're saying that as part of being part of our community, we're picking a few lucky people each week to get it for free. And also what it does is it will keep you top of mind because it's so consistent. It's every week, it's every Monday for 2 years. So that's one way to do it, okay? And it doesn't cost that much. 10 chicken sandwiches, it doesn't really cost that much at all. Also, you're gonna be bringing people in every week. And if they're slightly different people each week, even better. Another example is, I've put in here Terrible Joke Mondays. You can rephrase it and reuse it however you like. My idea behind this was, if you send out a terrible joke every Monday and say, hey, if you come in sometimes this week and say this joke to one of our servers, you'll get a free coffee. You'll get a free whatever. And if you do that, like I said, every Monday, you can just go online, find terrible jokes, and then put them in there. Then what you're going to do is it's going to start to build your brand. You're obviously like a cheeky young venue if you're doing something like this. You're going to be able to see how many people are coming in off the back of these, which is good, and you see if that increases over time. And it builds goodwill. It's easy to be consistent with. And again, if you do it every Monday for 2 years, you'll stay top of mind. The last one I've got in the SMS examples is guess a number to win X, and you can do this monthly. So obviously make sure it's on brand, but the premise of the text would be respond with a number between 1 and 100 if you get it. If you guess correctly, we'll give you a $100 food and beverage voucher. Unlimited people. Or first 10 people to guess correctly get a $100 food and beverage voucher. Again, no one's going to want to leave the database if you do that once a month. Why would they? You stay top of mind, and it doesn't cost that much if you do it, every month for a year. That's $1,200 worth of food and beverage, which on let's say 50% margins. It's $600 worth of stuff. That's really not that much money when it comes to staying top of mind for a group of people for a whole year. All right. So again, these are ways to use your database in such a way that abide with the first two principles. And what that means is no one's going to want to leave your database, so it's going to keep growing, and you're going to stay top of mind throughout that whole period of time. And even more value can be seen is that you're bringing people in as well. So if you're giving away a free chicken sandwich 10 free chicken sandwiches every week, those people are most likely going to come and redeem those free chicken sandwiches. They're probably going to buy the stuff as well. Even if they don't, at least they come through and you get more bumps on seats. So those are some examples of SMS promotions. And these are also the style of promotions that I would use across Messenger, Instagram, or other things that people have subscribed to where you can instantly message them and they get a notification on their phone. So now I'm going to dive into some email examples. So I've got here monthly database promotion. So, and I'm brackets ManyChat. So if you are one of those people that is running a coupon promotion, as we've talked about in previous videos, for a client, or you're doing it for your own restaurant, what you can do is at the beginning of each month, you can just email all the people that are on your current database a link to the new promotion. And if you want to, you can skip all the questions at the front, so they just straight up get the coupon each time, and they don't have to go through answering any questions in order to get that. So that's one easy way to do it. And again, no one's really going to want to unsubscribe because you're just giving them free value, and that's an easy way to do that. And I will show you how to do that on the computer later in this video. A monthly recipe. So it doesn't have to be a monthly recipe, but it's a monthly added value, and the value isn't a promotion, it's some sort of information. So depending on if it's appropriate for the venue, they could do a monthly recipe. Okay, so each month someone, probably the chef, will do a monthly recipe for one of their dishes, and you can send it out. bear in mind that when you're doing information or informational value, like some people are like, yeah, I want to shoot a video every month to send out to these people, it's a lot harder to stay consistent with it. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because it's going to be really hard to stay consistent with it for 2 years, which is what you're going to need to be doing. And lastly, I've got birthday promotion. Some venues hate doing birthday promotions, some venues find them fantastic. I just think it really depends on the brand and what the venue is appropriate for. But you can easily collect birth dates, like I said, through people joining the Wi-Fi, or through the coupon promotions, or through online ordering. You can connect birth dates, and then you can send everyone a voucher a week or 2 weeks before their birthday saying, hey, come in on the week of your birthday, bring 4 friends and you dine free, or hey, come on the week of your birthday, we'll give you a free XYZ. And what's lovely about the birthday promotion is you can set it up once, and it's going to send it out to everyone on the database with their birthday coming up consistently. So you literally only need to set it up once to be consistent with it, and run it for 2 years, and see if you become known as a birthday venue where people will come in and do this, and people will want to stay on your database because they get this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into the computer, and I'm going to go over as much of this as possible using the software that we use. In all honesty, I think we use ManyChat for all, both SMS and email send outs, but the principles apply. You can do it on MailChimp or whatever other software you want to be using to send these out. So I'm going to dive into the computer now. Cheers. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you how we typically do our SMS broadcasts for venues. So we're using a software here called ManyChat, and ManyChat essentially is a messaging automation software, but what it can also do is broadcast to your database. So we also do this on high level, so you can either look up high level tutorials on YouTube or go high level, or if you want me to make a video about it, I can do that as well. Just let me know below and I can go and make that video for you. But what we'd recommend is using ManyChat. You need a pro account to do this. You go to settings on the left hand side and then SMS, and you're going to connect a phone number. So it's going to ask you to do it through Twilio. So sign up with Twilio. I'm not going to make a video on how to sign up with Twilio. You can just go through their website and sign up, and there's lots of tutorials out there on how to do this. Obtain a phone number that will be used to send your automations. Connect a Twilio account with ManyChat. So you click connect. So you're going to need your Twilio Twilio account SID, authentication token, and Twilio phone number. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so now I have a phone number connected. I can do SMS broadcasts. So on the left hand side, you want to go to broadcasts, new broadcast, SMS. Okay. So once you're in here, you can essentially type out your text message. So let's say we're doing, hey chicken Sammy lovers, it's a Monday, and that means free chicken Sammy's, however you want to spell it, to IES, for a lucky few. First 10 replies get a free sandwich. Free chicken. Alright. Something super simple like this. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to select the target audience to be condition, system fields, phone, has any value, and I've just gone and deleted all the people that are subscribed to this account, so there won't be any that we can send it to. But then you're going to send now, and then, or you can schedule it to send on Mondays or whenever you'd like to do this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to wait in live chat for the first 10 responses, and then you're going to personally reply to each of them saying, hey, yeah, you're a lucky winner, come in and show this text and you can come and redeem this. So that's how I would do these SMS broadcasts. And again, ManyChat and Twilio, etc. change ever so slightly every couple of months. So if there's any issues, you can reach out to their support or leave comments down below, and I can do my best to try and answer them via a Loom video like this. So that's how I do the SMS broadcasts through ManyChat. If you want to do it through Go High Level or another software, let me know below and I can see if I can make a tutorial on that, or link you to somebody else who's made a better tutorial on that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we do our email broadcasts. Okay, so I'm going to jump into another account just for ease, and let's see, Okay, so this is just a different venue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we do our email broadcast. So if you have a look into automation, you can see that they've done a bunch of different offers. And let's say it's at the end of month one where we did a free coffee promotion, and now we're moving on to month two where we're doing a 2-for-1 waffles promotion. So what I would recommend is sending everybody on your database that 2-for-1 waffles promotion at the beginning of the month, so that you've already got a whole lot of people from month one who are now into month two, and at the end of month two you'd send out the month 3 promotion to everyone who subscribed through month one and month two, and you'd do this consistently each month. So again, what you'd do is you'd go down to broadcasts, and you would go, and I'm sure I can find examples of these. Have a look. So here's an example. So perfect. So this is one that we've already done and sent out, and what you can see here is that we send them an email, and then if they click the button on that email, then it's going to go to the messenger flow and essentially just give them the coupon straight away. So they'll get the email on their phone, they'll click the coupon, and it will take them to Messenger where they can come in and redeem that coupon in store. So we can track how many people are coming in off the back of these coupons. So that's how you do it in ManyChat. Again, you need to go down to settings, go to email, and you need to connect an email channel. It's a lot easier than connecting a phone number through Twilio. It's already inbuilt, so you just need to enable it. You need the pro account, and again, you can either be collecting emails through ManyChat via Facebook Messenger and Facebook Messenger advertising, or let's say you're collecting emails and phone numbers off the back of your Wi-Fi, signing up to your Wi-Fi in store, or if you're collecting them off the back of online orders, you can upload those leads to ManyChat and just use it as a tool to do these email broadcasts, or do these email broadcasts and these SMS broadcasts. So again, you go to automation on the left. So you'd go to broadcasting on the left, you'd do a new broadcast, or in this case, I'll just copy one of these over, but I'm just going to do a new broadcast, email, and you would go into here, subject, new offer, or let's just do this one, free coffee for the first name, and then the design, essentially you'd say, whatever you want to say, hey, first name, would you like a free coffee as a thank you for your As a thank you for continued support of our business, we'd just like to reach out and provide you with a free coffee voucher. Again, if you don't want to receive these emails, you can click the unsubscribe button below. We wouldn't like to keep pestering you, And then the button is just going to go to Messenger. Done. And then when you get out of here, you'll be able to see that you can, what am I doing? So you'd go to start flow. And then you're just going to set this flow as being, let's say if it was 2-for-1 iced coffee, you just go into your iced coffee promotion, and you'd send them the coupon start. Select this flow. Okay, so that's how you would go about building out one of these broadcasts, and your target audience would literally be email has any value, because you just want to email everyone on your database, which in this case would be 3,500 people. Okay, so that's just an easy way, if you're running these coupon promotions, to reach out to everyone on your database, and I would say you'd have to do it every month, or at least at the beginning of each one of these coupons. Okay, so hopefully that explained how I would go about doing email broadcasts. And again, we do all our email broadcasts and all our SMS broadcasts through ManyChat, just because that's the software that we have used for a long time and all our systems are built off it. I'm not saying it's the best software to use. I'm sure that you could go and find better solutions for your exact problems, but hopefully that provides some insight. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and I can keep making them. And if you've got any questions or issues, and I went over this really quickly, so I'm sure there's going to be heaps of them, just leave them in the comments below and I'll make 11 videos answering them as best I can. Alright, cheers, peace.